Hi, welcome back. Our next guest is Michael Smith, the president of Transaction One.
Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. Okay, Transaction One, I know absolutely almost nothing about. So tell me, first off, just tell me what Transaction One does.
Basically, we're a registered merchant service provider for Visa, MasterCard. We provide credit card processing for businesses.
Okay.
So if a business accepts form of payment, which today's commerce is credit cards,
Sure.
we're one of the companies that takes that money, once that card is swiped, captures it, moves it through the Federal Reserve, back to the merchant's bank account. We move the money.
You move the money. Okay.
We move the money.
And it's Visa, MasterCard?
Discover, American Express, gift cards, anything that has to do.
Anything that's a card besides your card. Your business card looks like a
It looks
credit
like a
card,
card,
but
yes.
now I understand why, because you're in the credit card business.
Yes.
And you've been around in this area for
8 years now.
8 years. Okay.
Been in the industry for close to 25.
And you said there have been some, excuse me, some changes in the industry within the last couple of years, but it's
Huge changes. Probably more changes the last 2 years than there has been the last 10, 15 years in our industry.
but it sounds like they're pretty complicated for somebody like me, whose business does accept credit cards, so that I don't have to learn about all those changes and have yet another job. Your company, if I'm reading your information correctly, your company will come in and do a free,
That's correct.
I heard you right,
Free evaluation.
a free evaluation of how I'm processing my credit cards right now, and tell me whether you could save me some money.
Or make recommendations so your current company changes they could make, which sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
Okay.
Basically what we try to do is we try to bring clarity and transparency to the merchant on when they're being charged. By doing so, we help them reduce, manage, and control their credit card processing costs.
Sure.
Which is a large cost of business today.
Yeah.
It's
Depending on how much of your sales come from credit cards.
That's right. And in the Emerald Coast, over 70% of everything that is bought is done with a piece of plastic.
Really?
So that's a lot of money, if you will, going through that merchants, that it's very important they know that they're getting stable costs. They see some transparency, because they would end up in any given month probably taking 40, 50 different charge types.
Now, does that include debit cards too? Like when you go to the grocery store and you run your
Yes, your debit or a gift card, or it could be a business corporate card or a rewards card. A lot of
Yeah. You were talking about that. I was thinking at our office we accept, I don't know, I thought 2 or 3 different types of credit cards, and then you said, well, is it a rewards card? Is it this type of card,
That's
this
right.
type of card? So 4 types of cards can expand to a lot of different cards.
70 different types of cards
And the fees for each one of those
are different.
are different. Okay, I see the need for your company.
And when we do it, and as you said, do our free evaluation, our staff is probably one of the most knowledgeable in the industry, is we take this information and we say, this is your true cost, because there's many ways of not showing what the true cost is. We as a company work with what we call interchange, which is wholesale cost. That is published information on the Visa and MasterCard website. It's exactly what they charge us.
Gotcha.
So anybody can go see it, but if you go in and look at it, I don't have a math degree.
Right, it looks very complicated.
It's very complicated. So again, we bring that simplicity to it. We say, okay, here it is, and us as a company, the only thing we charge our merchants is what we call basis points, which is 1% of 1%.
Sure.
So we say, this is what we charge, this is exactly what you're going to get charged, plus this for service operations and everything that we do. Again, transparency, clarity.
Gotcha. Okay, I have a kind of an off-the-wall question. What
Sure.
made you want to get into this business?
By accident.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What
I had a
happened?
good friend when I was running a company in Texas that started a company, and I lent him the money to get into the industry,
This industry.
this industry I'm in.
Okay.
And I was fascinated by it. And the more I studied it, the more I got involved, and then I was asked to actually help manage and turn around a company. And I came to the Emerald Coast 14 years ago. And I had
And
a
it was
three-
all over then, right?
And then I left again. And then I went to Houston and did a turnaround in this industry, and then to Dallas, and then to Baltimore.
And then you came back here.
Well, they wanted me to go to New York, and I said, love New York. I love the Emerald Coast more.
Yeah.
So we came and started Transaction One. And the whole objective was what we're talking about today. Try to make this simple and really become, and what we have become, is a merchant advocate. and really have educated people internally and externally that really know our industry, which is about 2% of the people selling in our industry really know what they're doing.
Okay. See, we're almost out of time, but I know that you do work for charities, and you don't charge the charities a fee.
That's correct.
They just pay your cost. Is that correct?
Basically, we pass along everything the Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover to them, and we charge nothing else.
Well,
And
that's a really nice thing to do.
It's part of being part of the community. You know, the Destin Charity Wine Auction, Children in Crisis, Autism Society. Our hearts are with children.
So if somebody pays with a credit card or makes
Correct.
a donation with a credit card, the only fee that's taken out is what the actual credit card is charging. There's no processing fee that you would charge if
correct.
they use transactional.
If it's a 1.1%, the Visa, MasterCard charges for running that, that's exactly what we charge. It's a pass-through. We
Oh,
make
what a
nothing
nice-
on top of it.
What a nice thing. Okay, Michael. Well, we are almost out of time. I have to read our upcoming events, but thank you. I feel more educated already,
Well,
and I know
thank
there's
you.
a lot more to know. But you will do a free evaluation, and I know they'll have your phone number and your website. I think on the screen.
Very good.
Okay?
Thank you.